I'm Leah Mata Fragua, and I am from the Yaktini Northern Chumash tribe in California. And these are a pair of my four-direction earrings. This design or the symbols used a lot on our basketry work, and I've incorporated it into shell. These are red abalone, which is indigenous to California waters, and it's one of the many resources that are endangered. And in addition to being endangered, not only are the shells being endangered, but coral and other resources that we utilize to make a lot of our pre-contact arts. And so for me, I think the most important thing is educating people on the lack of access to a lot of these resources and how difficult it's becoming to get access to these resources. And so, at this point, it's really challenging to continue to do shell work because there's just not a lot of shell available. And so oftentimes people ask me, if I can make something in bulk, and it's not possible. It's based on how much shell I can get in a year, and right now there is a moratorium on abalone shell harvesting. And so usually I get my shells from old divers that have collected older shells. And sometimes I find them in antique stores, and so I've been able to sustain my work through shells that were gathered pre-moratorium on abalone gathering. And so for me, it's sad because it's something that used to be so plentiful and something that our community had access to. And it's sad because our younger generations are missing out on learning how to harvest and prepare abalone, and they're missing out on how to work with the shell. And so it's sad to see a species in my lifetime, become so endangered and impacted by climate change and global warming. And I don't know, it's something that a lot of people don't think of when they're buying jewelry, that, these materials or these resources won't be with us forever. And it's important that people, I think, be aware of the limited availability of a lot of these stones or shells or things that we so frequently see and think that there's an abundance of. Sometimes when you come to a show and you see lots of turquoise or coral and shell, you think, oh, it's going to be there, but it's not, and it's difficult and it's challenging for a lot of artists to get access to a lot of natural materials.